What's up, my crypto legends? How's everyone doing? Sorry for the delay, having some problems connecting the stream. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. What is going on, guys? Is this pump going to continue? Will the price get exhausted? This is what I am waiting for. We're going to take a look at some major levels on Bitcoin, also some altcoins. All right, we need to be extremely cautious, not too much volume on this pump. Analyze some altcoins where we could find those opportunities. Has the bottom been in? Are we going to pump, or will we get massively rejection? I want to go through the DXY also because it is showing potentially that it is getting exhausted. The DXY right over here, as you can see, it does look like it is on the verge of a potential collapse. Been massively, in an uptrend for quite some time right now, and we are starting to get some wicks here the last few days showing some signs of exhaustion. Now, if the DXY does get an aggressive correction in the next coming weeks, guys, then of course this will be good for Bitcoin, you like it or not. So just staying really cautious on the DXY. Okay, we need to be cautious also on shorting. We are kind of creating an uptrend at this moment on the lower time frame, so we need to be extremely cautious. Any kind of short opportunities, we need to be careful. It needs to be at very key resistance levels. Now, me and my community, no trades yesterday because I can't see any exhaustion. Of course, when you are long in here, it's preferably to long if you are in this kind of uptrend. Now, as soon as we start getting exhausted and see like double top scenarios, a couple of wicks, kind of this scenario, we want to see this kind of momentum on the price action to finally get into a short position. We're not seeing any of that yet, of course, because, we can see on the chart, it is still strongly in an uptrend. It is preferably inside of this small uptrend, get into the corrections, all right? But as you can see, it is probably going to end very soon. The moment we start going sideways and hitting some resistance levels that we are going to talk about right away on the live stream, then of course we could trigger a short. But till then, that we are going up, you are basically fighting this small uptrend if you want to short right here. Yesterday I was eyeing this level over here. Okay, we're getting a correction. Let's see the next attempts, how we are going to react. And what is happening, we are breaking above. So no shorting opportunity right over here. I was looking for shorts, but did not enter a short because we were hitting the biggest point of control at this range, round about the 50% Fibonacci retracement from this drop. But even better, there is a stronger level up here. What level? It is the 21.1, 21.2K levels that we are probably going to reach in the next coming hours. So why is this level so strong? One of the only BTC trades that I did take over here was this short over here, all right, just a few days ago, where we broke the support of this descending triangle. We broke it here very nicely with some pretty nice volume, okay, the breakout. And we also did see a massive big pump in just about 1-2 hours straight into the support line here, and entered aggressively in that short position. So this is a major level. And what level is this? This is the 21.1, 21.2K levels. We are just about to reach that range. Let's see how we react at that level, guys, because this is a super important level. It has been support, it has been resistance, and also it is going to be round about the 618 from the high to the low range. Okay, 618, 6.5 is in between 21.1, 21.3K levels. That is the moment where I am going to be ready to see how we react. If we are going to see some kind of exhaustion in the next coming hours, if we start creating this kind of choppy action, I am going to be ready to short the market. But what happens if we do reach those levels in the next coming hours? All right, there is a possibility of a big rejection, no consolidation. This is the moment where you're probably going to miss a trade. I usually miss these trades where they just go, touch the level and come straight back down. But usually you want to see the bulls fighting and getting exhausted. That is the moment that I will probably trigger a short position. There is the case also that you're going to reach the 21.1, 21.2, and in the next, 1 hour, you might get a red candle, and then in the next, third hour, you're going to see this, and then this is the moment where a lot of people are probably going to short. They short into the pump, and the pump hasn't finished. You haven't seen that kind of exhaustion that you see right over here or right over here. This was actually a pretty nice long-in opportunity. Yesterday, I was going to give a signal on the long, but I did not in the end for the group, because right over here, you can see from this ascending channel, the support line over here, higher lows, higher lows. You kind of break this down with a news, okay? This is not a legit breakdown. I got someone asking in the Telegram group, Andy, does this mean that, there is high pressure to the downside? And I say, I don't trade news, because news can be just a huge amount of emotions. You're going to have a big volume on the news coming out, and it can be a panic, okay? Selling, and, professional investors, wait for all the retail and panic selling, and then they kind of buy in. So, yeah, basically this was a really nice long right there, because we had the breakout of this higher low trend line. What happened? You just get a bunch of volatility. This was not a successful breakout. We came back inside of the channel, and just look how we got back in the channel, making this support trend line turning into resistance, right? This was a kind of a confirmation that we are back in this ascending channel. We were hitting the biggest point of control from the volume traded the last 7 days, which was right over here. We had that consolidation. All right, beautiful long position right there. I was in doubt a little bit, but the consolidation was enough, guys. You can see it here, and this is the kind of consolidations that we want to see. All right, we're hitting the point of control. It's been around about 50% Fibonacci retracement from this pump. So it was a pretty nice long to attempt to hit the highs. Now, like I said, where is our next level? Of course, I am not interested in longing this high of the pump, even though we do go higher, because that potential hard correction can come. It can come, and the levels where there might be high probability on that rejection, like I said, is that 21.1, 21.2, which is the 618 from this drop. It is value area high. We've seen resistance, big resistance and support at this level. Here there is a high chance that this level will get rejected, guys. That is a major level that I am looking at for Bitcoin, which will very likely to be reached in the next coming hour. We're just hitting 21. Want to see 21.1, 21.2k. So that was a brief explanation on Bitcoin. Where do I see big resistance zone? You are creating kind of an ascending wedge scenario, higher highs, higher lows, very likely creating some kind of bearish divergence. Let's see if there's going to be enough power, because there's always a scenario of Bitcoin, of the bulls just making this bang and getting exploding above this range. We want to see big rejection and consolidation. Before we continue, we can take a look at Ethereum. Also, we can take a look at Solana. I am only really cautious with the DXY. DXY is exploding, and it's hitting a major resistance level right now, which is the breakout of this support. We're just retesting this level. Massive bearish divergence. This is kind of a recipe for a kind of correction on the DXY. If the DXY does start correcting heavily, this is going to be a recipe for Bitcoin for continuation to the upside. Right, before we take a look at the comment section, smash up that like button, guys, on your way in. We're almost 500 people watching the stream right now. I'm going to connect with the community right away, okay? Because if not, I'm going to take a long time just taking a look at Ethereum. Want to say hello to everyone quickly, and let's focus on some altcoins, okay? Mainly on Bitcoin. I focus 70% on Bitcoin, 30% on some altcoins and Ethereum. Racing Pixel, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Hello, Andy and Legends. Peter, first one, like the video. Absolutely phenomenal, Peter. Thanks for the support. Woody, hello from Norway. How are you doing? US 500 is making an inverse head and shoulder on the 1 hourly. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. I'm still kind of bullish on the S&P 500. We've had a little bit of choppy action here. I was looking for this kind of, Gartley pattern, we did have a retracement. You know, this is only invalidating if it drops below this range. Still have some time. You could have a choppy Gartley pattern here. But inverse head and shoulder on the 1 hourly. Yeah, it does look like, yeah, you could see, I think we're going to see some pumpy action on the S&P 500. Very possible. So you say this as an inverse head and shoulder. Yeah, very possible. You've also been creating aggressive lower highs here, as you can see on the US, on the S&P 500, right? So you do have a kind of a descending channel, and you are showing some signs of strength after this downtrend that we've been having on the S&P. As you can see here, we're having a very aggressive downtrend. It is showing a little bit of, you know, bullishness. Also, you could arguably discuss that this is a kind of inverse head and shoulder right there, showing a little bit of strength. So potential breakout and bullish momentum today is very possible. Yeah, we're also hitting a very nice point of control here that is managing to hold nicely as support. Got a beautiful bounce right over here. We are getting a bounce right now from this level. So probabilities on the S&P 500 to have a little bit of bullish momentum today is very high. Andy is a legend, UFC addicted. Thank you very much for the insane support. Hello, Tony. Peter, don't forget to give a like in the video. Peter Chai, thank you very much. Monk Labs, what's up, crypto legends? Fib dancers, yes, we are all fib dancers. Joseph, amigo, how are you doing? Captain, thanks for joining the live stream. Joseph, always giving insane support. Racing Pixel, Plan Sonic, go. Mods, can we get Andy to check for a short position first up on BTC for the guys on our Telegram group chat? Yes, Dean, absolutely. This is what I am eyeing for. All right, still soon. We're still pumping. Don't try and rush into a trade. Do think a little bit of more price action to the upside is very likely. But this is an absolutely full recipe for short. I am looking for short positions at this range. Looking for shorts. Have I got a short open yet? No. But I will very likely jump into one depending how we react in the coming hours, guys. Me, as a day trader, swing trader, I am not a scalper. I am very conservative. I only need 10 trades a month to actually make some very nice gains. So this is my type of trading. I'm not a scalper, unfortunately. Yo, Team Chris, how are you doing, guys? Hello. Buhapendra. Wow, just, I can't, you know, massive, huge amount of comments here. Hello, everyone. Racing Pixel, $100 chain link. You got that right. Racing Pixel. It's just a matter of time. Mohammed, morning. 100K BTC. Yeah, the Bitcoin bottom is in. No. I think, you know, probably we do have strong signs of a bit of a potential recession by 2023. So just to take a look here at Bitcoin in the past. All right, we can go to the daily chart. Remember, yeah, well, I'm not sure if I do remember very well. In the bear market of 2018, we went all the way down here to $3,000, 3,200 approximately was the low. What happened in the middle of the bear market? We had massive rally, okay, in 2019. What happened? We had a big massive correction after that rally. So any kind of big relief pump, stay cautious. You know, I think there's still going to be, you know, in between 6 and 18 months of potential, you know, bear market till we see the big rally. But we are going to see some pumpy actions in between, no doubt in my mind. We are going to see some pumpy action also inside of this bear market, and some pretty aggressive ones. So this is the, you know, is this the moment? Is this the moment we're going to see some aggressive pumps in Bitcoin? Very possible. Looks like a big up. Yeah, staying super cautious. But this could actually explode, guys. It could explode to the upside. No doubt in my mind this could happen. So just, you know, entering, you know, right now when you're shorting these levels, you know, you are fighting a small uptrend. If you zoom out, we are in an aggressive downtrend, but this is why this is kind of dangerous. You're shorting this uptrend. You're waiting for that exhaustion on Bitcoin to hop in a trade. Till that exhaustion doesn't happen, you know, you are pretty aggressively in an uptrend here in the immediate short term for the last few days. Let's take a look. Solana short wasn't great. Let's take a look at Solana short. Solana is hitting resistance right now. Solana is hitting major resistance right now. From these lower highs. Yeah, I would wait for some failed attempts because, you know, this is resistance and support levels are there to be broken. You know, this is kind of forming a descending triangle, which is, you know, it's a bearish kind of scenario, creating aggressive lower highs. So this is still very soon. We are only just attempting right now, as we speak, in this 1 hourly candle to try and break the resistance. You know, as soon as we see this kind of price action, guys, just so you can understand, look at this large consolidation. There's several hours here. There's several hours here. You know, there can be several hours here. There is 2 scenarios here, and this is we break with massive volume and a big price action and big candle. Okay, and then of course there's no position here to be taken for me at this resistance level. And then there's scenario number 2, where you are going to have this choppy action, and you know, just like what happened here, or just like what happened here. So if you do have that choppy action and multiple attempts to break, you know, the resistance in the next coming hours, it is very likely going to be a good level to short, because the price is getting exhausted and you are inside of this, you know, lower high pattern scenario. Not only that, if we zoom out on Solana, it is the biggest point of control, this $38-$39 range. It is the biggest point of control from the volume traded the last 60 days. If you check out the last 60 days, biggest point of control is right over here at this level. We've got also one here. You've got 2 spikes, one here and one here. So you did have that volatility at this spike, and you could have that volatility at this spike also, and then you might correct back down. So, you know, there's an opportunity, no doubt in my mind, in the next coming hours on Solana. Of course, you need to be patient. People might be rushing in a trade right now on the first attempt of this resistance, looking at Solana. And yeah, this could be doing this in the next coming hours. So it's going to trap a lot of short positions. I want to see this kind of exhaustion, right? This is the kind of ideal scenario that I want to see, all right, on Solana, right over here. A lot of choppy momentum, and then this is going to very likely going to give you a high probability that, you know, you will be correcting after this exhaustion. So that is kind of the scenario for a safe bet. You know, we've got a pretty nice spike on the VPVR right there. And so there is you're getting a probability here for a short. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down. Andy, what do you think about cake for the long term? Yeah, cake for the long term. I mean, I am not a Binance Smart Chain fan. There has been so many overload situations when you want to, you know, change crypto through the Binance Smart Chain. I'm not a fan of Binance. You know, it can get overloaded very, very fast. It's highly centralized. You know, it's not decentralized, and all of these, you know, different kind of swaps on the Binance Smart Chain, such as Cake. Is it Cake? You said. 1 second. I think. Let me just confirm. Yeah, Cake. Pancake swap. You know, I think it does have a chance in succeeding. Binance is still the #1, you know, biggest centralized exchange with the biggest volume with most cryptos. Yeah, it's very likely this swap, okay, and crypto will succeed, you know, and will be doing good in the next bull run. but I'm not a huge fan. I'm here in crypto for decentralization, DeFi. You know, I'm much more a supporter of Uniswap, you know, and all of these different decentralized swaps for the Ethereum blockchain. So yeah, it will do well. What's my opinion? It will do well, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Right, let's go. Can you check IMX? Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at IMX here for phone games. IMX. What is this crypto? If it's let's try and focus on cryptos that can be traded on Bybit. So if we go here on, is IMX available on Bybit? Yes, absolutely. So let's take a look at IMX. Guys, remember on Bybit, you do have an insane bonus. If you are an experienced trader, you get up to $4,450 claiming it at the rewards hub. Okay, once you create your account, no KYC required, so you can make an account and claim that bonus. All right, you need to follow these steps to claim a bonus. All right, down below in the description, it's the platform that I use every single day for trading crypto. It's another way to support the channel, of course. So let's take a look at IMX right away here for phone games. IMX, zoom out on the daily. Very, very, very aggressive downtrend. Is the bottom in? Is the bottom in? You can see the exhaustion right over here of the selling pressure. Can the bottom be in for this one? Let's zoom in on the 4 hourly and see what is going on. What is going on for this one? On the Coinbase chart, we got the biggest point of control from the volume traded the last 60 around about 60 days approximately. Biggest point of control is right over here at the 9.95 cent level. Okay, so you got, you know, big resistance zone at this level on IMX against the US dollar. What's happened here basically, you know, we got this floor level here on IMX at the 65 cent range, been tapped twice, retested for a double bottom, beautiful momentum to the upside. What is actually happening right now, you are technically creating, you know, lower high structure here. So the probabilities in creating another lower high to continue this downtrend is very, very likely. So, you know, you are looking for short positions on these relief pumps till you've proven, otherwise, you know, breaking a big resistance level, the last lower high range, then you can talk bullish on the retracements. But till then, you are aggressively in a downtrend. So taking a look at IMX, like I said, you know, shorts are, you know, likely to happen. Also, what we can see here, you know, this kind of higher low structure over here, you had a little bit of a fake out here, just a large consolidation. This is why these are not successful breakouts, right? When you do have higher low structure and a trend line and you break the trend line, you might think, oh wow, this is extremely bearish, I'm going to short because we're going to go low and retest the low. Absolutely not. This is where you get trapped. This is where they get the trap shorters. Okay, this is why I'm not a breakout trader. This is actually a long signal where you do have a large consolidation and get back in the higher low structure, looking for these highs to be claimed. But what happens once you have a successful breakout? You know, you could arguably discuss this was an ascending kind of channel right there, another fake out to the upside. And what happens when you break support? You come down, you have a massive big breakdown. So what has happened right over here is we've also have had that scenario. We've also had that scenario, right? We've kind of created an ascending channel here. Also higher lows, higher highs, and then a breaking here pretty aggressively to the downside. So what does this mean? You know, looking at this structure, what would you say that, you know, this is going to do? What I would say is that, you know, on this retracement pump on IMX, it is likely to get exhausted at the point of control where we do have the biggest volume. You are technically creating a lower high structure, so the trend is to the downside. So, you know, looking at the probabilities here on IMX, it's, you know, very, very likely to get a reaction and exhaustion at this potential level we take a look at the highs to the lows of this drop, we got a small reaction at the 50% level. It's where we are currently at right now. The ideal scenario would be coming to the 618, which would be around about the 95-cent level. So 95 cent is a huge level. If you do manage to get up there, it's, you know, a very, very good level to potentially get rejected. So this is what we want. We want alignment with confluence. We got biggest point of control from the volume traded the last 60 days approximately. You are trading in a downtrend. You are creating lower highs. So another lower high, you know, from the last, you know, 5, 6, 7 lower highs that we have had is also very likely. We're going with the trend. Trend is your friend. So yeah, this rejection at this 95% level, you know, you can see the structure, uptrend structure, breaking support, coming down, uptrend structure, breaking support, coming down. So we are having a relief pump right now. This is probably going to be a good sign for a short on IMX. Looking pretty good. I would wait for IMX to that 95-cent level, a kind of a reaction at this range. You know, if we are creating this kind of reaction, of course, you know, it's a very, very good level for a short. These scenarios are the best. Multiple attempts to break here, the highs, and then you trigger a potential short, waiting for a pump and a retracement. Those are the best trades. So you'd have to do something like this and enter a trade on the actual rejection, confirmation, losing the last lower high, and then coming back down. That would be the ideal scenario. So wait for a reaction at that 95-cent level, just a few cents level away. Let's take a look at ADA also, RNE Cash. Right away, let's take a look at that crypto. We've also got Aave. Wow, a lot of cryptos. A lot of cryptos here. How is my connection? I can see Joseph saying that I haven't got a good connection. Let's take a look. Am I still live? Yes, I'm still live. Joseph, thank you for letting me know. Hi Andy, could you check Polkadot? Wow, I've got Polkadot, MATIC, Ethereum. Wow, absolutely crazy, guys. I'm going to do my best. Let's take a look at Polkadot, and then we can take a look at MATIC. Polkadot and MATIC here for some people in the community. US dollar right away. Let's see what's going on. There's something very, very interesting on Polkadot. I remember, I'm not sure if it was yesterday, somebody saying, is it a good level to short Polkadot? Basically trading at these extreme low levels. And I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is not, you're basically shorting at the very low of a major downtrend level. These are not successful breakouts. You know, every time if you tried to short the breakout of these lows, you know, you've been absolutely trapped. So has this been a successful breakout? You know, absolutely not. It does look like that you are creating a kind of a descending wedge scenario right over here. I mean, looking at this on Polkadot, this is a full recipe for a big reversal. This is a full recipe for a big reversal. Price exhaustion slightly lower lows, slightly lower lows. You are creating lower highs, but you are creating slightly lower lows. This is a full recipe of exhaustion. This is why, you know, ascending wedge and descending wedges, they are exhaustion, all right? It's not a major pattern, a magical pattern. It's just, you know, that the highs and the higher lows are getting exhausted. You're not having big breakouts and you are retracing, and then you're having another big breakout and then retracing. You know, this is just slightly breakouts to the upside, and you are creating this kind of wedge scenario where finally it will roll over, basically. So this is what is happening right now. You know, selling pressure is pretty exhausted. It is getting exhausted. There's no big selling pressure. Usually when you have these kind of patterns, what happens is that you get a big massive pump out of nowhere. So yeah, I would stay cautious. There is good news coming out on Polkadot. Polkadot is one of those L1 projects that will surprise the world. You know, it can. It's an Ethereum killer, as they say. But yeah, it will do very, very well. Anyway, what is happening right now on Polkadot? It is true that we are hitting some pretty interesting resistance. If we do get Bitcoin, Ethereum getting heavy rejection, okay, going back to Bitcoin to see where we at, you know, if we do see that big rejection on Bitcoin at this 21.2k level, then of course you are going to see, you know, Polkadot getting a slight hit potentially at this range. So yeah, you are hitting very nice resistance here. Ideal scenario on Polkadot to start becoming quite bullish is this one right over here. There is huge trading opportunities. If Polkadot does pump out of nowhere, suddenly, just imagine Polkadot in the next coming days suddenly does this and has huge bullish momentum and goes to the $8.50, you know, major resistance zone where it probably can get rejected. You know, inside of that rejection, all right, if it does have that rejection, of course, this is going to be looking pretty good, you know, for potential bullish momentum continuation. You have the lower highs, and the last lower high is right over here. You've actually got a value area high looking at the VPVR. You know, descending wedges, once you break the last lower high, you know, you could see some pretty nice momentum. So that would be a confirmation for a potential uptrend. Of course, you want to see big volume, you want to be patient, you want to see massive bullish momentum, several 1 hourly, even 4 hourly candles well above the last lower high. And you can see this range, value area low, value area high from this range is exactly at the $7.50, right? It's a nice major support and resistance level. So if you do get that pump, this is going to be a beautiful range where the price will very likely get a bounce. That would be the bullish case scenario on Polkadot. Of course, I am eyeing Bitcoin for that rejection, so I'm not speculating on this pump, you know, because a lot of people, okay, you said that this is very likely going to pump. Absolutely not. Bitcoin looks like it can hit resistance, so yeah, I'm not speculating on this. Ideal scenario would be breaking here and looking for that higher low 618 50% fib level, hitting big support levels, and then getting into that momentum on Polkadot. Let's go right away. MATIC, big pump from behind on dot out of nowhere. Exactly. This is, you know, we could stay cautious. This is resistance, but we are just attempting to hit this range. This is the full recipe for a big pump, guys. I know everybody is you know, we're all emotionally hit with all this bearishness, but this is a moment for a strong reversal, guys. This is a moment for a potential strong reversal in the case of Polkadot. So stay extremely cautious. Fake pump. Can you take a look at Phantom also, please? FTT also, Andy. Absolutely raw. Let's take a look at FTT. Great analysis so far. Thank you very much for your insane support. Can you take a look at Phantom also? Let's take a look at MATIC. MATIC was in the queue. Let's take a look at MATIC, guys. Let's try and take a look at these, you know, big cryptos that can be traded on Bybit. MATIC. I was pretty surprised on MATIC. I was looking for a short position on MATIC. We talked about this on yesterday's live stream, but we didn't get exhaustion here. You know, we actually got a beautiful bounce at support. People did actually long this support level at 62-cent range, because let's go to the 1 hourly. What happened here? You know, we did actually get a pretty nice breakout. You know, it was a breakout on MATIC at this 62-cent level. So you broke out, we came down, you know, it was perfect support. This resistance at 62 cents, you know, finally was big support. We were actually above the value, you know, the biggest point of control, value area high from this range also. You have a massive value area high level. So It was a successful breakout. But, it was either a day trade scalp at that range. So we've got that nice bounce. You could have speculated there for a long position, no doubt, from this resistance turning into support. We did have some interesting volume on this breakout, actually. Highest volume from the volume, from the last few weeks. It was the highest volume on the breakout. So high volume on a breakout does, give you a little bit of kind of confirmation that this can continue to the upside. But yeah, there was the other scenario that if you were trying to create, trying to continue up on the next attempt. So if this high over here yesterday we would have created this kind of action, I would probably be looking for shorts, just like what happened here, right? Where you are creating this choppy action above a support level, and then you're looking for that exhaustion for a short. So, but we did not have this. Did not happen. This did not happen. This is why it's so important to wait patiently for the exhaustion, basically. And yeah, we had one bounce, and on that one bounce, we broke the resistance. We did not have this kind of price action for a potential short. So take a look at MATIC. MATIC is, not going to lie here. It's looking pretty strong. It looks pretty strong. We also had this lower high resistance trend line being broken. So last lower high has been broken. Check out all of these lower highs. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. A big drop, but on the retracement, the last lower high here, and then another lower high right over here, another lower high right over here, and then yeah, and then you broke the last lower high. Yesterday was the breakout from the last lower high. Not looking bad at all. Looking pretty strong. We got pretty nice volume to the upside. If we go to the 2 hourly here on MATIC, let's take a look at the what if MATIC does start getting a rejection? Fake pump. I'm not sure if this is a fake pump. We are breaking last lower highs. There is pretty nice volume. It's the highest volume. We've been having the highest volume in between yesterday and today for the last 60 days. We've got some pretty nice high volume on this uptrend. This is why reading volume is very important. When you haven't had high volume for the last 60 days, you have some spikes, but you have the highest volume on this move up, and on the retracement the volume is much lower. So you can speculate, you can assume that looking for high probability scenarios that bulls are in control in this range. So the probabilities from this pump with high volume and this retracement with much lower volume can create a higher low hitting the 618 level, 50%, 618, fib levels from the low to the highs. And this was it was a beautiful long position right there on MATIC. When you see high volume, low volume on the retracement, you start creating this kind of consolidation with double bottom scenario, higher lows right there. This is a full recipe for continuation to the upside. And not only that, you are basically hitting this neckline from this inverted head and shoulder scenario right there, right? So you have this kind of neckline inverted head and shoulder scenario right there. You're hitting that level, so you just adding confluence. There's a big support level, big resistance level that is turning into support. You got the 618 fib level from this pump. You do have high volume on the pump and low volume on the retracement. High volume, low volume on the retracement. This is a full recipe on, you got double bottom scenario, exhaustion here, sideways action. It's a full recipe for a long position right there. Just a quick explanation so you can train your eye on the chart to get into these, high probability scenarios. So what would be the next high probability scenario on MATIC? If we do zoom in on MATIC right away and take a look at a high probability scenario, similar to here, right? This has happened right now. I don't care. I want to see what happens with high probability next. Which are the major levels where we can see this kind of reaction? So if we just zoom out a little bit, see where we at, because like I said, it does look pretty good. This uptrend doesn't look bad. Bigger relief rally is very possible. If we zoom out on the 4-hourly chart, we've been falling aggressively for so long, big aggressive lows. We still could have some more bullish momentum, especially if we're getting above higher lows with some nice volume. This pretty nice volume here. Not gonna lie, this high volume, people buying, smart money is buying all the way down here. I know, fake pump, we're going lower and rest of it. I really don't know at the bottom of my heart that are we going to go lower or not. Is why I am dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and Ethereum, because at the end of the day, I really don't know if we are going to hit 12k or 10k Bitcoin. I wish. I think a lot of people are wishing for that, because I will be buying a lot of Bitcoin at those levels. But what if we do not go down there? You'll be missing the trade to the upside. So we're basically looking at the short-term uptrend. Technically right now, you are not creating lower highs. You've broken the lower high structure here. You are technically not creating lower lows. You are starting to create higher lows. So you are in an uptrend. Let me just find out something here, because there is a possibility that, I'm going to tell you exactly where there is going to be big resistance on MATIC. Let me just create. If we have a correction right now on MATIC, big level is here. There's a big spike on the VPVR there. Pretty decent spike. I'm talking about the 65-cent level. We got nice resistance levels here. So if you do get that retracement and you do get a small consolidation, there is a possibility that you will get a bounce from that range, that 65-cent level, to claim the highs for a double top or continuation. But I just want to see something here on MATIC, guys. Sorry, I'm just concentrating because MATIC is a pretty cool crypto. It's in the top 20. It must be in the top 20. I'm not sure right now. Did it go below top 20? No, it's 16. So it does have high volume. You can trade it on Bybit, and we are looking for these cryptos, these altcoins to move P&L for the competition, and make some pretty nice gains. So MATIC. What if we are creating higher, an ascending channel, this low with this high, higher lows? We are going up for the moment. Channel right over here. It's going to be looking pretty interesting. It's going to be looking pretty interesting, guys, because if we start pumping like crazy on MATIC, there will be a moment that you are going to get rejected. Where will you get rejected? This high, we've only have one touch here. We have 4 touches of the support here, and there's 1 touch. This second touch on this ascending channel scenario will likely get rejected. So if you see MATIC going crazy, this is a potential level where you could enter a short on MATIC. It's a big level, people don't know how to react when prices moves up fast or moves fast to the downside. And this is why you need to have your levels marked up very well. So MATIC, I can see this nice stop here on the 4-hourly chart right over there. Big level. we are getting a reaction right now from these highs. We are getting a reaction from these highs, as you can see on the chart. So these highs, we have been reacting to them. This 70 to 70 cent level for some hours right now, for several hours. Yeah, just checking levels of rejection. Oh wow. Oh, this is, I mean, the daily chart. Taking a look at the daily chart is super important, guys, also because on MATIC we got, look at these daily levels. I mean, we could get a pretty nice rejection here on MATIC already. We could get a pretty nice rejection. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, daily candle closes at 70 to 70 cent level. This is why we are getting this reaction. This is why we're getting this kind of, you know, reaction, you know, consolidation at this level. And this could get a rejection. Yeah, this is a possibility that we could get a rejection here. Best rejection that I do see here on MATIC is this daily level over here. I'm actually going to mark it right now. This is exactly at the 81 cent level. So 81, I'm going to get array over here at the 81 cent range. This is a huge daily level right there. It can be very well respected, because if this does happen in between today and tomorrow, we got daily level. It has not been claimed. It has not been claimed. Once it gets claimed, it's first time they are likely to get rejected. 81 cents for MATIC. So daily level, highs of this ascending channel, resistance zone, confluence number 2, and yeah, that's about it really. We could take a look at some more stuff, but that is kind of enough for me to know that MATIC will very likely be getting rejected at 81 cent level. I'm actually going to put an alarm there, because what will happen is maybe a big pump. MATIC is going crazy. MATIC is going crazy. Time to long. This is going crazy, and it's going to get potentially a big rejection at that 81 cent level. So yeah, seems common sense isn't so common nowadays. Yeah. Right. What else? What else? Right. Andy, cover, please. Let's take a look at cover. Cardano also. Bull trap as the Fed will slash Bitcoin in half. We got Rene Montenegro, our biggest bear. So Rene, is it time to short? Is it time to short right now? Because Rene is always bearish. You know, we got Rene Montenegro. He's been bearish, you know, all the way down here. It's fine. We're going down, but he's bearish. He's also, you know, bearish here. He's also bearish here. And, you know, we can take advantage of these moves up also. But, yeah, is it time to short now, Rene? My local bar just started accepting Bitcoin. That's going to be a trend while we are so slow. We are so low. While we are so low. That is going to be a trend while we are so low. I mean, that's fantastic. Yeah, mass adoption is coming slowly but consistently. Crypto just sucks. Yes. No, it doesn't. Crypto is great. Andy is number 1 guy, says Robot. Thank you very much. Scotty, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. If you would have time to look at FTT, Andy, would be great for Raw. Let's take a look at FTT for Raw. But what I need you to do, guys, is absolutely destroy that like button before we continue, because we are 500 people watching the live stream, only 220. We can get to 300 likes in no time, guys. I know that. So let's take a look at FTT here for my man Raw. FTT, sorry. The FTX token. Right, let's take a look at this scenario over here. Take this out of the way. Very well respecting the lows from the summer of 2021. Very much looks like this is a full recipe for a reversal. Full recipe for a bigger reversal, guys, at this level. I mean, you can check that, you can see the chart here where you are creating this price action, you know, just to keep it simple first, saying, you know, where are we right now? We are hitting the summer lows of 2021 and the price action is getting a reaction. The bearish trend is getting exhausted. So the possibility in a relief rally, bigger relief rally here, is just highly probable at this range. So that is point number one. Looking at this on FTT. Yeah, this is a full recipe, guys, for a bigger reversal. Solid levels over here. I would, you know, right over there. I think this level can be claimed after forming this formation. Lower highs are getting higher, they're not going lower, so they are losing, you know, this bearish momentum trend. These also lower lows are also getting kind of exhausting. You know, this does look like it's going to curve in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, price action looks pretty solid for some momentum to the upside. I would stay cautious here. Let me just go to the 2 hourly on FTT. Yeah, this does look pretty good, because what has happened here basically is, you know, you have created these higher lows, kind of looks like you're breaking a trend line, massive big fake out on Ethereum, on a lot of the altcoins. You know, the most important level to break after breaking a trend line is the last higher low zone. You know, in the case of a downtrend, it's the last lower high. You know, you can break a trend line and hit the last higher low and create a double top and continue down. So it's the last lower high in the case of a downtrend, or the last higher low, in this case it is this one, is the most important level to break after breaking a trend line. Because what can happen? Yeah, this can happen. Double bottom, you hit the lows, you get supported, and you get back up in the trend line, and you're technically still creating higher lows. So it's looking pretty good for potential continuation, just like MATIC did. Now you do have big resistance right now at the $27 area, biggest point of control. A lot of choppy highs here. So if you do have that bullish momentum and it have a pretty solid candle here with high volume breaking the 27.7, breaking the last lower high actually at $28. You do have that bullish momentum with high volume. It's going to be looking pretty good to continue back up. If you start getting above, you know, this last lower high range, you are very likely going to have some pretty nice bullish momentum. And this is what is happening for MATIC at this moment. Of course, there is the scenario that you have big rejection. You are in a downtrend. You are creating lower highs. This is kind of up to you, right? This is, if you do have good risk management, there are some opportunities for shorting also, because we are in a downtrend. So is a lower high likely because we're still creating downish momentum? Absolutely. You've got big resistance. Only if you break this level of last lower high and biggest point of control, you could hop in a trade on the retracement. You know, you need to be pretty fast. You need to be pretty decisive. If the volume is high on the breakout, you know, and you start retracing with low volume, it's time to hop in at these support levels. But on the other side, I'm not speculating a long position here, only a confirmation of a breakout with high volume and the retracement to continue up. Bearish case scenario, you are creating lower highs. You are, you know, potentially going to hit this 618 from this drop, or even 0.78 fib retracement, and get exhausted here at this level. You are hitting the 618 right now. You are hitting the 618 level from the drop. If you start getting choppy momentum and failed momentum, you basically, you know, not getting above this range. This is likely going to be, you know, a very, very strong resistance. If you start getting this choppy action in the case of FTT at this $26, $27 range, you know, it might be a moment to get into a short if you see bearish exhaustion. What is bearish exhaustion? This is bearish exhaustion. This is what you want to see, right? You want to see this price action reflected here to potentially get into that short. So let's wait and see. So you have the option. I mean, I have the option. I'm not telling you what to do. I would have the option I wait for a consolidation. If I see bullish exhaustion, I will hop into a short at this level. Very likely to claim these lows, very likely to be claimed. That would be my take profit area. You could slightly create a lower low here and have a reversal. That would be my take profit range. You know, risk to reward, I would be looking for a stop loss at this kind of high level. So, you know, the shorting trade, of course, you want at least a 2-to-1 trade. This is over a 2-to-1 trade. That would be the, you know, the shorting scenario right there, right? Claiming these lows, you want to claim the lows, and that would be the kind of trade setup here. It would be a 2-to-1, a 2.5-to-1, okay, risk to reward ratio. Only if we did have that consolidation here on FTT at the $26 range in the next coming hours. Scenario number 2. You have in the next coming hours no type of consolidation, and you start breaking above point of control and the last lower high range. You can assume if this is with high volume, you are getting above a very strong range. You are technically not creating lower highs anymore because you've had a big massive bullish momentum to the upside candle stick. And then on that retracement, if you do have very low volume, it's, you know, it's your moment to decide, are you going to hop into the long to retest the highs and potentially break them? That is the moment. That is the reading of the chart that I do basically. You know, breaking lower high levels. We're breaking with volume, right? This is looking bullish. We retrace down to this level. Biggest point of control, last lower highs. This is potentially going to have more bullish momentum. And this is exactly what happened to MATIC yesterday. We did not see that exhaustion. What happened with MATIC, just for a quick overview here right away, is it broke above, you know, last lower high level, biggest point of control. So you got that resistance zone, resistance. Is this a fake out or is it a legit breakout? In this case, it was a legit breakout. You know, I did not do any volume reading, but the volume was pretty nice to the upside. You did have some pretty nice volume on this breakout. Big volume, you know, bulls are pushing the price up. What happens when you retrace to that resistance level? It turned into support, You know, a take profit one for me, of course, as always, would be retesting the highs just in case you create a double top, and maybe leaving a small percentage for that continuation. So yeah, above the biggest point of control, that was, you know, it was a pretty nice long trade actually, but I was looking for exhaustion. You know, I'm like looking for shorts. You know, everything looks so bearish. These pumps to the upside, looking for short positions. But you know, we are still in a local uptrend on a lot of the cryptos. Hi Andy, can you share analysis on Phantom Coin? Absolutely. Me too. Not going to FOMO in just yet. Let's take a look at Phantom Cardano. Oh, Phantom and Cardano. So much demand for a lot of cryptos. BTC losing strength. By the looks of things, it is. Looking for shorting this level. We are kind of losing strength. Slightly higher highs, slightly higher highs. I mean, these highs are turning into support. But it does look like it is losing a little bit of bullish momentum. Anyway, let's take a look at Phantom right away. Phantom FTM. Guys, remember, most of these cryptos that we talk about on the live stream can be traded on Bybit. Remember, you got the best bonus available that you could have. It is up to $4,450. You need to follow the steps to claim this bonus on the rewards hub. You're not going to deposit $100 and they're going to give you $4,450. You know, you need to deposit a little bit more. You need to follow some steps such as sharing your link, going to Twitter, and you know, different other steps that you need to follow in the rewards hub to claim this huge bonus on Bybit if you are interested. So anyway, take a look at Phantom. Phantom, you know, it's pretty nice. You know, how you claim these lows, just claim them. It's absolutely crazy. You claim the lows and then you bounce back up. You know, this is, you know, with basic technical analysis, so many people get trapped. This is why a lot of people say, you know, these lines and these technical analysis, basic technical analysis does not work. It does work, but you just need to know how to play the game. So on Phantom. I think it's pretty clear here on Phantom. It's very difficult, I think, for Phantom to see a strong reversal. You have created a lower low right there. You've broken this structure, but yeah, what I said, yeah, you've basically broken this structure. You are potentially going to start getting resistance here at the 618 on Phantom. You're creating lower highs right there. Critical range on Phantom on the 27-28 cent level, because you are hitting the support of these higher lows. You're also hitting resistance from these lower highs. You have created a lower low right there. So, you know, technically you're in a local downtrend for the last few weeks. Yeah, that might be a good shorting level. A lot of resistance, and you are looking for that 618 level, which is round about, you know, the slightly below 27 cents. So you could, if you do see Phantom getting this price action, this exact price action in the coming hours, you know, between today and tomorrow, not managing to get above 28 cents, 27, 28 cents, because that would be a potential confirmation that this is going higher. This is very likely. If you do start breaking this level, start breaking this last lower high, it's likely a recipe to go to higher levels, claim this high and even break it at 31 cents. But if you do get a reaction at this range, 618 from the drop, you got higher low support turning into resistance, you are technically creating lower highs. Let me just clear a bit here the chart. You know, it's a big zone here, the 27, 28 cent level. What reaction? How do I know that we are getting exhausted and the price is going to go down? Because of this. Exactly this. Exactly this. This is what you want to see here. This is what you want to see here. I want to see this here. I want to see this here. Once you see that, you could say you know, it's getting exhausted. You know, this is very likely going to come down. It happened here. It happened here. Why wouldn't it happen here if it does make that kind of price action? When you are still aggressively in a big downtrend, you know, you are hitting 618 levels. You are hitting the higher low support trend line breakout turning into resistance. That is the high probability zone on Phantom for a short. Only if you react, because what could happen in the next coming hours is that you are going to see this. These candlesticks, something like that, and you think, I thought this level was a shorting level. Yeah, but you did not get a reaction. So that's what I do see on Phantom. Of course, bullish case scenario would be getting a successful bullish momentum. If you do get above this last lower high, you do start retracing and consolidating at this range, you know, that is the other face of the coin, right? That would be the other face of the coin. You are technically, you know, creating a higher high on this structure, local structure. There is a possibility you will be creating a higher low right there. So that's my take on Phantom. Thanks, Andy, for the analysis. Desi Explorer, you're very welcome. This is why I'm here. I'm here for analysis, looking at big levels, high probability zones, resistance, support levels, trend. You know, this is why I'm here for, guys. Looking for, you know, that nice education purpose. All right, how to train people to be better by looking at the high probability scenarios on the charts. And this is why I'm here, guys. I hope everyone has packed bags. Now that bear market over, you will get left in the smoke. Crypto based. I mean, I feel like FOMOing in. It does happen to me a lot. I feel like FOMOing in. What if this has been the low, guys? You know, taking a look at the brave new coin, which is, you know, the history of Bitcoin, basically. If we take a look at the weekly chart, go to the logarithmic chart, Bitcoin has never gone below the last all-time high cycle. It just hasn't happened. It is true that this is getting exhausted. You know, this uptrend is getting exhausted, but you know, there will be a moment that, you know, Bitcoin will be pretty solid. Find a very nice level where the bear markets are going to be lower. You know, it's potentially going to be something like that. You're just growing so slowly. It's the first time we've dipped below an all-time high. You know, if the bottom isn't in, it's very close. And what can be close? Well, it can be that $18,000, $17,000 that we did hit just a few weeks ago. It can be 12,000. That is close to 17,000. You know, people want to buy Bitcoin at 12, 10K. I'm buying already just in case. If it goes lower, absolutely phenomenal. I will be buying more. So yeah, will it reverse? Will Bitcoin, is the Bitcoin bottom in? Let me take a look. Let me just ask the community. This is going to be pretty curious. I think that over 70% of people are going to say no. Is the Bitcoin, I mean, there's, you know, potentially a big recession coming, you know, by 2023, and not Bitcoin, not gold, nothing is going to survive that. We're going to have a big, massive crash on most of the assets. Dollar will be stronger than ever in a recession. Is the Bitcoin bottom in, guys? It's a pretty interesting question that I want to ask the community right now. Right. Let me just take a look at the poll, guys. Is the Bitcoin bottom in? Make sure to answer the poll. Yes, no. What about this pie chart thing? This is something very interesting. Pi cycle chart. The pi cycle tops have been, pretty accurate with the, it's a moving average, and it applies a couple of things that I don't fully understand, but the pi cycle very much predicted the tops. Also back here in March, April of 2021, pi cycle top, Bitcoin has topped, blah, 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 top, everyone. No, Bitcoin's going to 100K. It was very much the top. Yes, we did have, another breakout in November of 2021, but, that large correction was very much predicted by the pi cycle top. What is happening now with the pi cycle, it is predicting the bottom. It is saying that the Bitcoin bottom is in. And, it has been very accurate with the tops. Will it be accurate with the bottom this time? So yeah, this is something that is pretty disturbing for me. The Bitcoin bottom is in, if we do take a look at the pi cycle. Let me know. I mean, getting some votes here already in the comment section. We got almost 100 votes. Is the Bitcoin bottom in? 75% of people say no. If I would have asked, and this is what is really good with human emotions, is the Bitcoin top in at these levels? I think probably most of the people, 75% of people or 70% of people would have said, no, the Bitcoin top is not in. We are aggressively in an uptrend. How is the Bitcoin top going to be in? This will continue up. This is what we're going to start, getting experience rate with right now in the next coming weeks, where lower, no one is going to know where the bottom is exactly. So yeah, most of the 76% of people say no, the Bitcoin bottom is not in out of 140 votes at this moment. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, more people are bearish. People want lower. I do think that the bottom is not in also. There is the times right now worldwide are pointing out for a pretty large recession by end of year 2020 or 2023. Reason why is these massive huge interest rate hikes and inflation going through the roof, and the huge hikes that there are going to be potentially. This has always been a recession sign. It doesn't happen exactly when the hikes are going up. It happens after several months after the hikes are applied. So interest rates at 4, 5, 6%, 8%. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be harder to borrow money. So yeah, bottom is in, says Laurel. Maybe is. DXY, please. Let's take a look at the DXY. DXY going absolutely nuts. But DXY is hitting. This is poised for a correction, like I said. DXY, just looking at the daily, just like a bottom picker, a top picker, I would say this is a local top on the DXY. Let's take a look at the RSI. RSI is, pretty much a crappy indicator in my opinion. But sometimes it's pretty cool to see exhaustion. So RSI on the daily, on the DXY, is showing, bearish divergence. It's showing exhaustion, as you can see here, right, where you are creating aggressive higher highs on the price action and lower highs, not by much, but you are creating lower highs on the RSI, on the daily RSI. So there are some bearish divergence right there. That could mean that a correction is likely in the coming weeks for the DXY. Bearish divergence are not a legit, indicator. Well, it technically is. You did have some bearish divergence right over here, for example, where you do have the higher highs on the price action and you have the lower highs on the you know, RSI. So sometimes, you know, it's a pretty legit kind of indicator where you can see exhaustion. You are having kind of macro, you know, divergence right over here. That means that you could have a local top here on the DXY and you could start correcting. Of course, this is going to be good for Bitcoin. Thanks, man. Michael, you're very much appreciated. Bernie, guys, thanks for joining the live stream. It predicted all those tops, but all of them was not the top. We might be at the first bottom, not the final bottom. Yeah, potentially, but it could indicate that the bottom is close. It's not a perfect indicator. But guys, I've been here over an hour right now. I need to do some stuff. I need to go into the Telegram group for the competition. We ranked 24. It's going to be very hard, guys. I want to get some aggressive trades just to see if we can move, you know, 10 ranks for the competition. We need to get into at least 4 or 5 profitable trades and very aggressive. We either move down or move up. And this is the moment that I am looking for the competition. You know, this exhaustion over here, there is a potential opportunity to get in some shorts. Let's wait and see how we react at this range. Are we going to see some consolidation sideways action? It would be the ideal scenario for a short. Remember, most of the cryptos that I've mentioned in today's episode, in today's live stream, can be traded on Bybit. You got the best deal down below on Bybit, okay, up to $4,450. and 0% maker fee for 30 days. You don't pay any maker fee for 30 days. Absolutely phenomenal. Just scroll down and you can see the link over here. It's 2 minutes to sign up. No KYC required. Okay. And you will take 2 minutes to sign up. Also, it's another way to support the channel. So Bitcoin bottom, is it in? 75% of people say no out of almost 200 votes. Joseph, thank you very much for the insane support. One of my strongest moderators, giving huge support always. Thank you guys for the support also in general. Check out Bitcoinsensus website if you want the latest news regarding to crypto. Also, you got nice, you know, technical analysis, nice basic analysis, so you can check it out in the website down below in the description. Also, follow all our socials down below. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one.